From the home of the Bills since way back in 1973, there's a look at Highmark Stadium just outside of Buffalo, New York. Tonight we kick off Week 3 with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Buffalo Bills.
Mitch Wishnowsky set to kick off.
Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Already here, they'll audible to something else. Throwing to start here is Tua. He'll dump this off to Achane. That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Pushes him over. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
They'll run. Here's Devon Achane. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
A good passing down here, and they send 3 receivers to the right of the formation on second down. Tua sets up to pass it. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
And it's intercepted. And the Bills are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. I'm not sure that you can say that the rain caused that interception, but look, it's clear that throwing the football is going to be tough in these conditions.
No doubt about it, and different quarterbacks handle it different ways. Some guys think the rain isn't a big deal, but wind affects them a little bit more. But you have to wonder, will these conditions hold scoring down? Are we going to have like a 9-6 type of a game? And then the pressure goes on the punters, who often hold for field goal attempts. Can they handle the snap and get the ball down so they can kick it?
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. When you look at this defense, they've had their trouble stopping the run, Charles. Currently 29th in the NFL in that department.
And this game for them is all about the line of scrimmage. Winning that battle, using their leverage, being the low man.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. Well, he exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing. One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Up the middle, Achane. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And it's a pretty good return here, so he'll get this up to the 29. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
Allen now looks to throw. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 51 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Here's Allen to throw it. They'll set up the screen with Davis. And he is going to lose yardage here. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
They'll dump this off to Cook. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills are an extra point away from drawing level. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive, they've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football, as they've got it as we resume action.
Mitch Wishnowsky set to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Now Tua. Short throw going to be caught by Waller. Broke a tackle, but not much room there. Just up past the 25, no further.
A gain of 4. And that's third down.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
Now Achane on first and 10. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That good for 22 and a first down.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Running left, Achane. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Sanders now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Good return up past the 30.
Mecole Hardman on the return. The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much, don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there. The Bills hit 2-0 here to begin the season. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is caught. Touchdown, Bills. Mecole Hardman, 53 yards. And the Bills are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied at 14.
Mitch Wishnowsky set to kick off.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
Oh, boy, tough conditions out there. I don't know if a defender slipped or what, but he had a man wide open, and that's a bad one to miss on. They don't come a whole lot easier than that one right there.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Waddle, the motion man right. Looking to pass. Tua. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And he'll look downfield for Waller. And that is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Juju Brents comes up for the stop.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
And 9 yards.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Allen going to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. Throwing now is Allen. And that's complete to Cooks. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Give to Cook out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now Allen.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll run it. Here's Cook.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. To throw, it's Allen. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
But he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Allen.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick.
And the Dolphins force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
Well, I would guess that combined, if you spoke to both defenses, neither side has a lot to celebrate today. They haven't had a lot of stops, but that one right there, that's a big one because they stole points away with that play. And just as importantly, picked up a key stop on an offense that's been really impressive here in the early going.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. 1 second, all that remains. Throw caught by Achane.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Beginning this series with a handoff to Cook.
And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Here's Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's got his target. That's complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 45-yard line. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Tyrel Dodson
gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. From midfield, here's Allen. Allen going to run with it. On the run. and he'll let it go deep, right sideline.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To the air, Allen. And that is incomplete.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
Allen in the offense staying put. They'll go for it on fourth.
Brown 80! Middle.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
I'll tell you what, this is not for the faint of heart right here. Fourth down, this is taking a big risk. But it's as good a play call as you can imagine. And the defense just not able to come up with the stop they needed.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Keon Coleman, his first touchdown here in the new campaign. And the Bills have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. The extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14.
Mitch Wishnowsky sets to kick off.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Tua going to throw. And Waller taking it in over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Here's Tua. Open man is Waddle, complete. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And the Bills are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
And the Bills, first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. There on the tackle, Minkah Fitzpatrick.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Now Allen. And this is Cook with the ground. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 37. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now Cook running right. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this third quarter of play. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. Allen now looks to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Third down, here's a run by Cook. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
Allen taking it himself. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Coming right, this is Cook on the toss play. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That's a nice job there, foiling what all offenses try to do, which is control the defensive end in the running game. They want to get to the outside, and if he keeps himself free, stays on his feet, he can make a play just as he did there.
Catch is made by Hardman. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run with Cook. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bills are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond. Not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
A run straight ahead with Achane. And he was able to shed one tackle, but could not get away from there. 43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of the tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
A short one here, secured by the tight end Waller. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And in a two-score game, obviously every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Bills are in great shape here as they take over at the 46-yard line. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. That's some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. On play action, Allen. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that's one of the few things that has not gone right for this offense so far. They've had their share of big plays. That was nearly another. But somehow, he just couldn't squeeze it.
And Allen is actually going to throw it here. Across the formation, Hardman gets the completion. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 24-yard line. A good pickup there at 20 yards.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure the offensive line understands you're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
10 more yards.
Allen going to audible to a different look.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches. 56. At the 14-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Allen going to run with it. That is caught by Shakir. And he is going to have the first down. And that might not officially end it, but for all intents and purposes, they should be able to run it down from here.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for this.
That's caught. Kincaid for the Bills touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Bills are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. 14. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Dolphins.
Tua sets up to pass it. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Looking to pass. Tua. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing to the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Go. Ready.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late. That they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did.
Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. So that last touchdown sealed it there, partner, and then the kickoff there at the end, just a formality to knock the final seconds off.